Butas ng yero para sure. Sure seal. Iwas leak. Sure seal. Sure seal. Sure seal. Iwas crack. Iwas leak. Sure tipid. Sure seal.
Sure Seal, ang pantapal na iwas crack. Mula sa Jardine Distribution. Kasama natin ang ating kapartner na si Al para ituro sa atin kung ano ang tamang paraan ng pagpahid ng solignum sa kahoy. Al, ano ba yung unang gagawin dapat?
Unang-una sa lahat, siyempre kailangan natin yung safety. Kailangan natin ng gloves, kailangan natin ng mask, kailangan natin ng goggles.
Okay. Pagkatapos,
Isang balde na pagsasalinan ng ating solignum. Sa pagpahid ng solignum sa kahoy, 3 beses natin siyang papahiran. Ilublob na maigi ang brush sa unang pahid, isa, at patayon sa saglit. Ilublob na maigi uli ang brush, pangalawa, patuloyin saglit, at ilublob na maigi uli ang brush, pangatlo.
so kailangan 3 beses. Pagkatapos, patutuin lang ng konti. Yan ang tamang paraan kung paano mag-apply ng solignum sa kahoy. Kaya't maraming salamat, Kapartner Al.
Yay! Maganda umaga po sa inyo lahat mga partners. Maganda umaga mga Mars. Siyempre kahit pang karpintero o construction, ang pinaka-topic natin, marami din ako mga Mars dyan na interesado rin sa carpentry at mga wood lovers din. Now mga partners, on behalf of Jardine Distribution at Solignum, ang partner nyo in caring for the Filipino home. Ako po ang inyong partner at Mars na si Suzy and Tata Vera. And welcome po sa Solignum 65 years anniversary. At syempre, importante, may partner din ako, di ba? So, i-welcome po natin ang aking co-host, ang matagal ng kapartner ng Jardine Distribution, walang iba, kundi si Idol, Mr. Benji Paras.
Yun! Hi! Hello, Partner Susie, at hello sa mga kapartners dyan. Welcome po sa Solignum Anniversary!
Yes, Spark! I'm so happy magkasama tayo ngayong umaga at gumana ang mga wifi natin pare-parehas. At syempre, batiin natin ang ating mga audience na nasa YouTube at Facebook ngayon. Hello po sa inyo natin. Good morning po at mag-comment lamang po kayo sa ating comment section. Alam ba, Partner Benji, na meron tayong palaro ngayon dahil ngayong araw tayo ay makikisaya at matututo din at the same time. Ang game natin ay tatawagin natin, Kasulignum ka na ba? Maka-happy
Aba, tama. Kasulignum ka na ba? At ito po
Oh, may isa pa.
May isa pa.
Nag-enjoy daw tayo masyado eh.
Tama. Sumasayo kasi tayo eh. Kaya ito panoorin po natin ito. Ito po ang ating mga steps, okay?
Ito po ang mga steps natin. Dapat naka-pre-register kayo. Kung hindi kayo naka-pre-register, may pagkakataon pa po kayo, i-click lang ang link sa pinned comment or scan nyo na ang QR code. Kung na-scan nyo na and you are registered, the next step is to comment your name and the correct answer to our first question. Tandaan, lahat lamang po na nag-register at nag-comment ng pangalan nila sa comment section, kasama ang sagot sa ating mystery word ang mag-uuwi ng free t-shirt. We will flash a screen ang clue sa ating mystery word, so ihanda ang papel at lapis mga kapartners. Para naman sa raffle, lahat ng naka-register, nag-comment ng pangalan at nakakuha ng tamang sagot sa ating mystery word ay magkakaroon ng 1 raffle ticket. Maaaring manalo ng 1,000 at 5,000 worth of gift certificate. Narito na po ang ating unang clue for our mystery word.
Yun. Parang medyo challenging dahil konting words pa, konting letters pa lang
Kaya nga medyo mahirap pa. Hindi ko pa masyadong mahulaan eh. Pero yung letter M, ano yan? Many.
Many answers.
Many answers.
Many answers possible. Pero mamaya, dadagdagan natin ng mga letters yan isa-isa. Kaya naipalabas na po natin ang first clue sa ating mystery word, Kasulignum ka na ba game? Pero mga partner, ngayon ay hindi lamang para magsaya tayo kundi para malaman.
Ayun! Hi, paring Benji! Kamusta naman?
Hi, Ma'am Pichi. Ito, okay lang. Kayo, kamusta?
Yes, it's good to see you. At salamat naman po at tayo ay nakikipag-Solignum Anniversary. Ang ating pag-game po ngayon, Kasulignum ka na ba? Yan. Yan. So, ngayon po ay hindi lamang po tayo makikipagsayahan at mag-game show, tayo din po ay matututo kung ano ang mga nagaganap sa ating construction industry. Alam mo naman, Benji, no, nung nag-pandemic, isa ang construction industry sa mga nagkaroon ng problema or kailangang mag-rebound. And we are very lucky na kasama po natin ng representative ng ating government, ang ating pong DTI Undersecretary Ireneo Boy Vismonte. Hi, Yusef! Ayan, nakamute lang po kayo, ha, Yusef? Ayan, nakamute lang po.
Okay.
Paki-unmute lang po ang ating Hello! Hi, Yusef Boy Vismonte!
Good morning, magandang umaga po, Miss Pichi, and magandang umaga po, Mr. Paras. Tatanda ko po kayo kasi kasama ko po kayo sa paaralan ng publiko sa Diliman at sa iba pang parte ng Pilipinas. Ako, sikat na sikat kayo, no? Sir,
Thank you.
napakagaling niyo pong soccer player.
Mali ata yun, sir.
Ang
ganda nung intro nyo eh. Sikat na sikat ako eh.
Kasama po talaga yun doon sa aking biro lang po yun. Alam po
Okay
natin
lang po.
na si Mr. Paras o Benji ay isang sikat na basketball player. Yan.
Ayun.
Power of power!
Sayang po nawala si Miss Susie. Anyway, English itong sa speech ko, tatagalogin ko na lang. At bilang
Go ahead,
pagpapakilala,
Undersecretary. Opo. Go ahead po.
Okay.
At let us know po ano ang mga plans ng ating
Okay.
government in making sure that our construction industry will make a big comeback po.
Okay.
So, Yusef, go ahead po.
Siguro po, papakilala ko muna ano po ba yung Construction Industry Authority of the Philippines. Ito po ay isang opisina o tanggapan na nasa ilalim po ng Department of Trade and Industry. At particularly, ito po ay nagpo-provide po ng iba't ibang service, regulatory, promotion, at developmental. Meron din po silang training at meron din po silang function sa mediation. So lahat po na yan ay naibibigay nitong Construction Industry Authority of the Philippines sa atin pong construction industry. So again, bago po ako pumunta po sa aking topic, isa pong mainit na umaga sa ating lahat. Sana po kayo po ay nakakalabas na sa inyong mga bahay habang nandito po tayo sa pandemya. So ito po yung pagkakataon na nag-e-enjoy po tayo na mag-stay sa ating bahay dahil meron po tayong fear na lumabas. Pero sana po ngayon ay tayo po hinihikayat po natin ng ating mga publiko na tayo po ay maaari naman po tayong lumabas, mag-enjoy, tangkilikin po natin yung mga kainan natin so that tayo po ay muling makapagbukas. Ang Construction Industry Authority ay tumutulong po sa ating construction industry. Ang construction industry po ay napakalaki. Isa po ito sa mga prime mover po ng ating industriya. Marami po tayong na-employo at marami po tayong mga natutulungan ng mga industries. Isa na po dyan, itong mga produkto na gawa po ng Jardine Davis at maliban po dyan yung mga marami pang iba. Halimbawa po yung mga paggawa po ng mga simento, bakal, pako, yung pong mga kahoy. Yan po ay talagang natutulungan ng construction industry. Pero balita ko lang po, ang economic growth po natin na measured by gross domestic product ay nag-nosedive po ng 16.5% in the second quarter of 2020. Ito po yung lowest natin since 1981. At ito pong overall decline ng economy ay dahil po dito sa nangyayari po sa atin ngayon. Nagkaroon po tayo ng pandemya at dahil po dyan, nagkaroon po ng mga community lockdown. At kung maalala po natin, noong pong March 16 ay meron po tayong enhanced community quarantine at eventually po at ngayon po ay nandito po tayo sa general community quarantine dito po sa ating Metro Manila. At dahil po dyan sa mga iba't ibang klase ng quarantine po na yan, marami pong mga industriya ang naapektuhan. Pero hindi po itong mga nandito po sa mga manufacturing. Kung maalala niyo po ang mga manufacturing po ng mga construction materials ay tumakbo naman po. Pero panandalian pong tumigil ang construction works. Pero kahit na po nag-suffer ng konting ng abala ang ating pong construction industry, tuloy-tuloy po ang ating mga build programs. At kung makikita po natin, yung mga malalaking flagship projects po natin, Skyway, ito pong MRT7, at iba-iba po pong mga train projects natin, railway project, ay tuloy-tuloy pong ipinapa-implement at isinasagawa. Pero kahit po ganyan, ito pong construction industry ay nag-perform naman po ng maayos. Hindi lang po kasing ganda ng mga nakaraang taon, but ang construction industry po ay nag-post po ng 6%, billion in real terms for the second quarter of 2020. So kahit paano po ay marami pa rin po mga nangyari, at ito nga po ay in terms of value ay 249 billion in real terms. Ang total investment po sa construction industry as measured by gross value in construction ay umabot po ng 554.7 billion, at ang public spending on infrastructure ay umabot po ng 247.6 billion. Ito po yung mga proyekto ng gobyerno sa larangan ng infrastruktura. At ang private sector naman po ay nag-contribute po na 307 billion. Ang ganda po ng construction industry ay makikita po natin particularly sa local employment. At napakaganda po ng natin diyan ng balita, dahil sa construction po ay nakapag-contribute po ito ng 8.2% sa total employment natin. Ito po ay equivalent sa 2.8 million workers. Ayon po sa statistics ng Philippine Statistics Authority. Mahalaga po ito kasi habang tinutulak po natin ng mga construction projects under build at napupundahan po ng gobyerno, ay nagkakaroon po ng opportunity ang ating mga manggagawa, particularly construction workers, sa mga bayan-bayan. At hindi lamang po yan, pati po yung mga industries or sectors na nagpo-provide ng service sa construction industry, halimbawa po mga hardware, mga canteens, mga nagpapakain po sa mga construction workers, sila rin po ay nakikinabang sa construction industry. Ito pong number na to may seem weaker than our previous records, pero we assure you that everyone industry, the future of the construction industry is very bright, and it is brighter and promising than before. The construction industry of the Philippines, along with the Philippine Constructors Association, or the PCA, and the rest of the construction industry, crafted the Philippine Construction Industry Roadmap 2020 to 2030. Ito po ay isang 10-year strategic plan para po sa construction industry na naglalayan po na maging partner ang Philippines sa global construction sector among nations. Ang battle cry po ng roadmap ay dalawang salita po, tatag at tapat. Ito po ay mga salita na maire-relate po natin sa construction. Tatag, meaning pagtatag po ng mga building na pinagagawa, at tapat po sa pagpapagawa rin ito, meaning wala pong daya, tama po ang sukat, tama po ang standards, na napakahalaga po when we talk of construction industry. Pag ito po ay tinranslate natin sa English, ang ibig sabihin po ay building with integrity, and ito po ay founded sa 4 pillars ng construction industry. Ito po ang institution, sustainability, productivity, and globalization. We encourage po ang lahat to participate dito po sa ating pong roadmap na ito, particularly yung pong mga foreign players natin, para po makatulong sila sa mga best practices, mga new technologies para po matulungan ang domestic construction scene. At sa pag-implementation po ng roadmap, ma-achieve po natin ito by 2030. Ang halaga po ng value ng itong construction industry ito ay maabot na po ng 130 trillion at 7.1 million construction-related employment opportunities which are mostly highly skilled workers, and 30,000 pickup accredited contractors by 2022 and 46,000 by 2030. Sa ngayon po, ang accredited contractors po ng SIAP ay umaabot po sa 15,000. So gusto po nating paramihin yan para po magkaroon po ng magandang competition sa construction industry. Ito po ay eventually makakatulong po sa atin mga consumers, dito po sa mga nagpapagawa ng bahay upang bumaba po at maging maganda ang competition sa larangan ng construction. At yan po ang ating po mga programa sa atin pong construction industry. At kasama po namin kayo para ma-realize natin itong long-term vision natin. At sana ay sama-sama tayo at we remain na matatag at matapat dito po sa ating paglunsad ng ating tapat at tatag na roadmap for construction industry. Isa pong magandang umaga sa ating lahat at maraming salamat po sa inyong pakikinig.
Yay! Maraming salamat po sa inyo, Yusek Boy Vismonte. Ang sarap pakinggan. May mga plans na tayo hanggang 2030. Mabuhay po kayo, sir, ha? Hanggang sa muli, all the best po sa inyo. Thank you for joining us this morning. Thank you po. Nako, kami po ay nagagalak that our government has prepared a rebound plan. Yan yung tatag at tibay. Asahan po ninyo na kami ay kaakibat ng ating gobyerno for the progress of our industry. Now, we look forward to our government's continuous support to our construction industry, syempre. Samantala, ito na po, batiin natin ang ating mga viewers. Hello po, dumadami na po sila ngayon. Tuloy-tuloy na po kayo. Pasok po. Remember, all you have to do, register, comment your name and your answer to our mystery word to qualify for a free t-shirt and, of course, our raffle. Sabi nga ni Yusek kanina, tatag at tibay. At naniniwala tayo na katuwang natin dyan ang ating mga professionals from the construction industry, especially also our architects. We have the President of the United Architects of the Philippines. Hello po sa inyo, Architect Renato Heray, National President of the UAP.
Hi Susie, magandang umaga. Sa lahat ng mga sumusubaybay, sa mapagpala at ligtas na umaga po sa inyong lahat. We are deeply honored to be part of this celebration and I would like to express my sincere gratitude to Jardine Distribution Philippines for inviting the United Architects of the Philippines and acknowledging the architect's role as one of the key players in the construction industry. Maraming salamat po sa pagkakataong tulad nito.
Oo nga, thank you so much po for giving us your time this morning. Sabi po kanina ni Yusek, yung government po natin ay may planong tatag at tibay to ensure the growth of the construction industry. Ano naman po magiging bahagi ng United Architects of the Philippines dito po?
Really, it's indeed an honor and privilege to share with you and to our viewers who are watching us online. First and foremost, on behalf of the UAP community, I would like to express my heartfelt greetings and congratulations to Jardine Distribution Philippines and to all the men and women behind this virtual celebration. The construction industry is one of the central pillars of our country's economy. It has been growing at a steady pace because of the ongoing infrastructure investments and the implementation of the Philippine Construction Industry Roadmap 2020-2030 by the national government. However, at the onset of this COVID-19 pandemic caused an overwhelming shift in the construction industry. According to statistics, it's seen that the construction sector will suffer a decline this year due to pandemic. At present, construction mobility in the country, although recently resumed its operation based on the guidance issued by our concerned agencies, there have been projects that are delayed or canceled. There's also widespread disruption and temporary closure of construction sites. You know, even my own office is affected from project interruptions and most of my staff are forced to work from home just to keep them safe. Despite of these unprecedented challenges, we are confident to benefit from the opportunities brought by this pandemic, such as innovations and technology while adapting to the new norm. In a report, the demands in the construction industry are expected to bounce back next year and will develop during 2021 to 2024. Sabi nga po kanina ng ating Yusek, si Yusek Boy Vismonte, ay tuloy-tuloy pa rin ang Build, Build, Build program ng ating pamahalaan. Ito ay maganda na rin simula upang bumalik ang sigla, no, at demand sa construction industry. As architects, we believe that innovation seeks to be the answer to future challenges that may come in process. Our profession has always been rooted in innovation. We all know, as prime professional and nation builder of all vertical structures in the built environment, our ideas, which turn into designs of structures, have all been anchored to the future. Thus, innovation has always been part of our work. What we build is aimed at withstanding our lifetime. It seems to withstand the generation after us. Architects are known as creative thinkers, professionals with immense knowledge in creating innovative and creative ideas. I should say, many industries rely on our expertise to move forward together. It is time to heed the call of being a mover in a time where the world is adapting to the new normal. We are the city changers. Therefore, together with the many state-regulated professionals collaborating to improve the built environment, and with the support of our partners in the industry, most especially Jardine Distribution, we will ignite a sense of commitment and cultivate our innovative ideas, not only for construction industry, but for the nation we are all part in.
Thank you so much, Architect Heray. Thank you for joining us this morning, and your energy makes us feel so hopeful about our industry. Maraming salamat po at mabuhay po kayo at ang United Architects of the Philippines.
Yes, maraming salamat po. Maraming salamat po.
Ingat po!
Thank you. Keep safe.
Keep safe na po. We just heard from Architect Heray ng United Architects of the Philippines. Samantala, eto na, nasa ba si paring Benji na magbibigay na kami ng ating mystery clue number 2.
Yes, eto na.
Bumalik na yung party. Nandito ka na eh.
Nandito na ako. Tama. So ngayon, eto na.
Ayan, go Pars.
Eto na. Alam mo ba nung bata pa ako, uso pa yung Betamax noon, okay? Wala pang cellphone noon.
Wala pa.
Ang pag kailangan mo ng Solignum, tatawag ka lang sa payphone noon.
Yes, 3.25.
3.25 yun. Kaya hindi malayo na halos lahat ng ating mga bahay ay nakasulignum yan.
Yes,
tama?
Totoo naman. Ever since ako, Pars, alam ba na 10 years ago, na-feature na namin ang Solignum sa unang hirit as ako pa yung nag-segment host yan. Kaya talaga namang mula noon hanggang ngayon, Solignum lang.
Tama, 10 years ago, bata pa ako noon, pinanood kita noon, Susie.
Thank you pinapanood din kita sa basketball eh.
Oo, sige na, huwag na natin pag-usapan yung dati dahil medyo matagal na talaga.
Moving forward, looking ahead.
Dito na lang tayo. Kaya ito, panoorin po natin ang patunay na mula noon hanggang ngayon ay Solignum lang.
Natutunan ko kasi ang Solignum dati nung sa mga una ko pang boss. Kasi dati nag-umpisa lang ako sa labor, then naging forte ko talaga, carpenter, then naging finishing carpenter ako. So, ginagamit namin yung Solignum na yan sa mga door jamb, yung sa wood stair, kitchen cabinet, closet, saka sa mga wood flooring. Tapos, ang napatunayan ko kasi dyan, kahit dun sa matagal mo na siyang ginamit, talagang yung epekto niya is nandun, hindi nawawala. Effective talaga. Buhat dun sa una na namin mga project, hanggang yung sa ngayon mga project ko na. Kung tutuusin, parang mula noon hanggang ngayon, maaasahan mo talaga siya. Makikita mo naman yun sa itsura ng kahoy. Kahit pasabihin mo na 10 taon mo na ginamit yan, pag ginamitan mo ng Solignum yan, is wala talaga, hindi aanayin yan. Kaya doon ko napatunayan kung gaano kahusay yung Solignum na wala dun sa ibang brand.
Bata pa lang ako, alam ko na kung anong Solignum, yung brand na yan. Kasi pag summer, tumutulong ako sa hardware ng lola ko sa probinsya. Yan ang laging hinahanap ng mga pag nagpapatayo ng bahay na ginagamit nila sa kontra ng pang-anay. Basta pag sinabi na ano bang pang-anay, automatic na yun, Solignum na yun. Mayroon kaming nabiling townhouse, malapit lang dito. Kaso luma na, talagang mapansin mo yung mga bukbok nung kwan. Kaya ngayon itong bahay namin, kami talaga nagpatayo. Kaya nung pinatayo ko to, sinigurado ko, kinausap ko yung contractor ko, nagkasundo naman kami, Solignum kaagad. Nagkasundo kami Solignum para sa interior. Magpa 5 years na kami dito, almost 6 years. Wala pa akong nakikitang mga bakas ng kwan, mga anay. So, I'm happy with Solignum. Kaya plano, pag laki ng mga bata, pag nagkaroon sila ng mga sariling bahay na, sasabihin ko sa kanila, pag nagtanong sila sa akin, Solignum ang gamitin sa bahay. Kaya nagpapasalamat ako at naisip namin yung Solignum. Kaya wala kaming pag-aalala. Lalo na ngayon, COVID season, bawas pag-isipin mo yun. Yung virus na lang isipin ko, hindi na ako.
Ang ganda nung sinabi niya, Pars, di ba? Virus na lang yung isipin ko, hindi na yung anay.
Tama. Kasi ang anay
Bawas na siya sa iisipin.
ang hirap ng anay Kaya nga yung ano yun, na-invento yung salitang yun, di ba? Pag galit ka sa isang tao, anay to Pag talagang pinahihirapan ka. Oo, yun
Siya talaga sisirain niya buhay mo no?
Oo, yun.
Kaya kung magagawa ng paraan sa umpisa pa lang, nako, i-settle na yan. Tayo po ay nagbabalik. Ito po natin kung paano naging mahalagang bahagi ang Solignum in caring for the Filipino home for 65 years. Hindi lamang caring for the Filipino home ang Solignum, it even cares for our national heritage.
Narinig ko nga yan, Marsusi, na maging sa mahalagang bahagi ng protecting our cultural heritage, kapartner natin ang Solignum. Pero para malaman natin lahat yan, panoorin natin ulit ito.
Solignum is a quality product and the #1 wood preservative that provides sure protection against termites or anay, wood borers or bukbok, and fungi or amag. Solignum has been tried, tested, and trusted in the Philippines for 65 years now and is registered under the FDA. One of the biggest contributions of Solignum is that it preserved and protected the homes of Filipinos, therefore it can be passed through the next generation. With this, the biggest contribution of Solignum is that we don't only care for the Filipino homes, we also care for our national history and we preserve our heritage.
As the makers of Solignum, Protein Solignum Limited has an important role to play. That role is to ensure our products are at the cutting edge of technology for timber preservatives and timber enhancement products, and also to ensure that we continue to develop our products to be more environmentally friendly, easier to use, safer to use. We're very proud of the fact we're celebrating 65 years of continual sales in the Philippines.
Jardine Distribution and Solignum started its partnership with the National Historical Commission of the Philippines in 2010, and since then, there's no turning back. We believe that our brand becomes valuable when it becomes a big part of our community and our customers' lives, in this case, us the Filipinos. It is as important to always learn from the history as much as we want to look forward to the future. This is where JDI, Solignum, and National Historical Institute come in by protecting and preserving the houses of our national heroes, the museums. In this way, we don't only preserve the wooden houses or museums, but more importantly, we preserve our heritage.
Historical Commission of the Philippines is the primary government agency involved in the promotion of Philippine history through historical research, preservation and restoration of historical sites, commemoration of significant historical events and heroes, and management of shrines and landmarks as history museums. Solignum contributed greatly in the preservation of two important historical shrines in the country. Through the altruistic and generous assistance of Solignum, we were able to apply the wood preservative to the wooden areas of both heritage houses, which prevented termite and wood borer infestations from occurring. I would like to congratulate Solignum and Jardine Distribution Incorporated for its anniversary in the Philippines. Solignum has gained the renown and trust of Filipinos because of its effectiveness in preventing household pests like termites and wood borers from damaging and destroying their homes and wooden furniture. We are very thankful and appreciative of Jardine Distribution's effort to partner with national cultural agencies like the NHCP to protect and preserve our country's important cultural heritage.
Nice one!
Ang ganda. Alam mo, napakagaling talaga ng Solignum. Kasi importante yan yung mga cultural heritage natin. Nung araw kasi, of course, nagtitrip tayo in school, di ba? May field trip, pinupuntahan natin yan.
Yes.
Pero before that, nakapunta ko yung mga magulang ko, napuntahan din nila yon. So, eto, we will pass this on to our kids. Di ba? Kailangan mapuntahan nila. So, kailangan, andyan pa rin yan. Di ba?
Ma-preserve pa rin siya. Tsaka yung Solignum, naisip nila na parang, this is what we can do, di ba? Para to help preserve our heritage. Kasi, you know, someday soon, yung ating mga anak, sana, makalabas din, makapag-field trip muli, pupuntahan din nila yan.
Tama.
Galing.
Kaya yan, masasabi natin na napaka-tibay po at pag gumamit ng Solignum. Kaya kilalanin pa natin mabuti ang Solignum. Kasama ang ating product manager from Jardine Distribution, Miss Peachy Chu.
Yay! Hi! Good morning, Susie! Good morning, Benji! Good morning po sa lahat ng ating mga partners! Ayan, welcome po sa ating Solignum 65 years anniversary. Kasolignum ka na ba?
Yun ang tanong!
Ayun. So, thank you for having me today. Yes,
thank you
Benji
din po
and
na nag-lipstick kayo with Peachy kasi nawala ako kanina tapos nag-take over ka
Oo, kasi nang dry run sabi ni Benji, kaya daw ako naka-mask, di ako naka-makeup. So ngayon pinapakita ko ang pink lipstick kay Benji.
Ready si Miss Peachy. Super excited din kami. Pero before we proceed, Miss Peachy, ito na mga partners, keep on commenting and keep on registering and sending your name in the comment section so that you will be given a free t-shirt. You know? Miss Peachy, marami na rin nagbumabati sa inyo ng happy 65th anniversary dito sa ating comment section. Nakakatuwa, di ba? Happy anniversary, Solignum! Happy anniversary! Yan, si Manuel Marande, binabati kayo, sina Marexi, yan, marami din siya. At of course, marami na rin nagsasabi ng kanilang mga pangalan, ka-type ng pangalala at kanilang mga sagot. So keep them coming, please.
Yes. Thank you, Susie. At lahat yan ay ating mga kasolignum.
Oh, yes.
Babatiin po natin yan, si Miss Iris. Ang dami na. We have so many viewers. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you!
Hindi na namin kayo mabati lahat. Kayo po ay nakikita namin sa comment section. Nandyan po si Shan, Mary Mai, Maris, Mary Ann, Kapartner Jovelyn, Kapartner Nured. Aba, meron mukhang may imported pa.
Talaga ba?
Yes, Mariola. Yahoo!
Galing.
Ang dami. Ayan. So, keep on commenting po.
At ang dami na rin sumasagot doon sa ating mystery word of the day. Pero, syempre, magbibigay pa rin ng clue si paring Benji para makahabol pa rin yung iba.
Tama. Ito na po ang ating third clue at sigurado pagkatapos ng presentation ni Peachy, ay alam nyo na ang ating mystery word. Flashing na po ang ating pangalawang clue. Ayan. Pero tandaan nyo po i-comment ang sagot kasama ang inyong pangalan at siguraduhin kayo ay naka-register. Yun po ang pinaka-importante dyan.
Oh yes, good luck. At syempre, Miss Peachy, meron daw tayong bagong produkto?
Yes, Susie and Benji, alam naman natin that we are celebrating our 65 years anniversary at dahil dyan, meron tayong hatid na regalo sa ating mga kasolignum. Biruin mo, after 65 years, patuloy pa rin po ang Solignum sa pag-innovate para maibigay ang quality wood preservative sa ating mga kasolignum. So para hindi ko na po yan patatagalin, panoorin po natin ang regalong handog ng Solignum. Ayan po. Ang saya. Ayan po ang ating regalong handog sa ating Solignum 65 years anniversary. Alam niyo po, ang ating Solignum, matagal na pong panahon na nagbibigay proteksyon sa ating mga tahanan. Even before World War II, na-introduce na po ang Solignum in 1895. At ang nakagisnan po nating Solignum Clear and Brown variant, na-introduce naman po yan sa atin noong 1980. At dahil we are celebrating our 65 years, we are very happy to introduce to you Solignum Made Even Better. Yan po. Yan. Solignum Made Even Better Micro-Emulsion Technology. Ayan na po ang ating clue. Tandaan po natin, ang Solignum po ay made even better gamit ang Micro-Emulsion Technology. Ang ating pong Solignum all around is the same, tried, tested, and trusted Solignum na nagbibigay proteksyon sa ating mga kahoy laban sa fungi, wood borer, at higit sa lahat sa mapinsalang termite o anay. Pero dahil gamit natin ng Micro-Emulsion Technology, ito po ay nagbibigay ng deep penetration. Ano po ang ibig sabihin nun? Ibig sabihin po, because of deep penetration, nanunuot ang Solignum sa ating kahoy to give total protection laban sa mga peste ng kahoy. Napakadaling gamitin po ng ating Solignum all around sapagkat ito po ay walang irritating smell, very convenient to apply, at low environment risk dahil ito po ay green band. Of course, lagi po nating tatandaan ang tamang paggamit batay sa label. At ito po ay VOC-free. Ano po ba ang VOC? Ang VOC po ay volatile organic compound or harmful fumes po na nakasasama sa ating katawan at sa ating kapaligiran. Kaya napakaganda ng ating Solignum All Around with micro-emulsion technology because it is VOC-free. Ang dali lang pong gamitin ng ating Solignum. Ito po ay ready to use. Hindi na po tayo magdi-dilute at apply lang po sa ating kahoy ng 3 coats application maging ang ating mga pinagputulan or cut ends. Napakaganda rin po ng ating Solignum versatile product sapagkat para man sa loob o labas, interior and exterior wooden parts kagaya ng ceilings, cabinets, doors, or mga floorboards man yan, pwedeng-pwede po ang ating Solignum sapagkat ito ay all-around Solignum. So tandaan po natin mga ka-Solignum, mga ka-partners, don't trust your home to anything less. Anay ba? I-Solignum mo na yan. Yan po ang ating Solignum All Around Clear, made by micro-emulsion technology. Baka po napakadali bang gamitin ng ating Solignum. Kayang-kaya po natin gawin, i-apply ang Solignum sa ating mga kahoy sapagkat ito po ay do-it-yourself product. Panoorin po natin ang ating application video.
Ayan naman, ang galing po ng ating Solignum all around. And of course, maraming salamat sa pag-introduce sa atin yan, Miss Peachy. Mamaya we'll hear more from Miss Peachy. Abangan niyo po siya. At syempre, napakadaling gamitin. 3 coats. And of course, undiluted, VOC-free at deep penetrating. Kaya talaga namang Solignum made even better. Yan po ating Solignum all around. Ngayon, mapapakinggan po natin kung ano naman ang masasabi ng ating mga experts sa Solignum all around and also in the value of wood preservation. We have with us today none other than Architect Palafox, kilalang Principal Architect and Urban Planner. We also have with us Mr. Charlie Liu, siya po ang President and CEO of Matimco Incorporated. Joining us this morning is also Mr. Malcolm Farmer, Regional Manager of Coppers, producer of Solignum, and also JDI President Mr. Edwin Hernandez. Welcome po sa inyong lahat, and good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good to be here, Susie.
Good morning.
Wonderful to have all of you. Best of the best. This is like an all-star cast. We'll start first with Architect Palafox. As an urban planner po, Architect Palafox, what do you think is the value of wood preservation and the use of wood as a building material?
Yeah, thank you, Ms. Susie. First of all, I speak as an architect, so, building materials. And 8,000 years of history of world architecture, they were already using timber ahead of concrete. So it was mud, bricks, then timber. And they really use a preservative. And congratulations, by the way, to Jardine and the Solignum brand. And they were using wood and with a lot of preservative. And the preservatives for wood should really penetrate and retain the preservative. It's not just a paint, superficial on the surface. And they will lengthen the life cycle of timber over the years. And timber or wood is the most environment friendly building materials among 9 building materials like concrete, steel, and so on. And many of our ancestral homes were built of timber, but they have to have that preservative. And is there future for constructions? I may add to what architect Herai and Yusek Boy shared with us. By 2050, we need 100 more new cities with the 43 million more Filipinos. And I have signed up in the American Institute of Architects 2030 challenge. So we should be more creative and use more environment-friendly building materials. And wood is one of them. Because wood and timber you can replace it. But the other materials you cannot. Even buildings now, some buildings are being demolished. So you cannot use the concrete that are being demolished. So with timber, you can plant, and there's you can replenish it. So also for the number 11 Sustainable Development Goals of the United Nations, they encourage us, architects, designers, builders, and developers to use more sustainable building materials, and wood is one of them. But we really need very strong, effective wood preservatives that will largely penetrate and retain the preservative in the wood. So there's so much to learn and unlearn. Yesterday, my article on Manila Times was about green architecture. And I mentioned about more sustainable architecture, more resilient, and wood is the least emission. It's the most environment friendly materials, as I have said. And with global warming, we really have to be serious about more sustainable buildings and structures. And 39% of emissions come from buildings. And out of that 39%, 11% is from building materials. So aside from the build of the government program, which is noble and admirable, we should also go for plant, green. And wood is recyclable. So I think we should revisit, because in our country, elsewhere in the world, there are even high-rise buildings made of timber. But in our part of the world, we treat wood as an application over concrete. Other countries, they use it as a structural component. Even truck housing in the US, they use timber, not concrete. And thank you very much for the opportunity to share. And again, thank you, Jardine, for inviting me to be part of this conversation today. Again, congratulations for the 100 years of the Solignum brand. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Architect Palafox. Napakaganda po ng inyong sinabi. Marami syempre hindi nakakaalam ng benefits of using wood. I didn't even realize it was the more environment-friendly option when it comes to building materials, and that the use of wood can actually make a big difference in our community and our way of life. Thank you so much, Architect. Nako, pleasure having Architect Palafox this morning. Nako, tama po dahil we have with us today naman Mr. Charlie Liu, President and CEO of Matimco and producer of quality treated wood, Matwood. Hello po, Sir Charlie!
Hello, good morning, Susie. Thank you for inviting me. I just want to congratulate Jardines and Brand Solignum for being here in the Philippines for 65 years. That's amazing. That's older than I am. Older than all of us.
That's true. That is amazing when you think about it that way. Nako,
Right.
perfect answer, Charlie. Actually, sir, as a key player in the wood industry, how do you see the outlook of the wood industry and the contribution it brings to the community in general?
Okay, first of all, allow me to give a little bit of background on how our relationship with Jardines and Solignum started. It actually started about over 20 years ago because we decided that we wanted to launch our first branded wood product, the first factory vacuum treated wood product that is guaranteed for 10 years against anay. And we, without any hesitation, we immediately said we have to partner with Solignum. And we chose Solignum because, number one, it has a great track record. Over 100 years in the market, trusted by Filipinos. But you know what struck us the most was that Solignum, most of all, is extremely relentless in its pursuance for innovation. They're always innovating their products, making sure that they are better, safer, and more environmentally friendly. And it's very much aligned to our mission in Matimco of promoting the advocacy of wood usage, because through our innovative wood products and services, because we know that wood is the only sustainable and renewable building materials known to man. Pwede mo tatanimin yung kahoy, pero yung bakal at semento, once you mine them, that's it, And we are really extremely happy to say, because a lot of people always question the durability of wood. So that is why we chose Solignum, because we want to preserve the wood to make it really durable. And I'm happy to report to you, Susie, that after 20 years of promoting matwood in the market, with millions and millions of buyers of matwood product, never had we had one single valid product failure claim ever. No, so you can just imagine that. And just like what Architect Palafox has been encouraging us with the history and the possibilities of wood, because our new Cebu airport and now in Clark, they are building that airport using laminated wooden beam structures. Ang napakaganda and so beautiful, and yet it is used as a structural building material. So it's amazing what the new wood technology is about. So we are here really very much aligned with Solignum to espouse the usage of wood and to use the wood properly, making sure that it's properly treated and properly preserved to last a lifetime. Susie, I'm also the chairman of the Philippine Wood Producers Association, or PWPA for short. This association is composed of 400 member companies in the wood industries across the nation. They have companies involved in forestry, in wood manufacturing like pallet making, furniture, cabinet making, wood doors, wood moldings, what have you, wood importers, and wood retailers. And our mission there is also to promote and the development of the wood industry through sustainable forestry. And just last week, just like today, we had a webinar talking about the wood industry, and one of our speakers was the Undersecretary Jim Sampulna. And he was mentioning that, with the pandemic, it has really showed that wood or lumber is really an essential product because of the tremendous robust demand of wood during the pandemic. It seems that consumers and contractors alike are really wanting to use wood in this low-touch environment in economy because, number one, it's so easy to use and flexible, and so fast, so much faster than steel and concrete, and yet it uses lesser labor. So really, wood has been, sort of the go-to product nowadays in the construction industry. And he has reported that the wood consumption in the Philippines in the last 10 years have grown from 5 million to 10 million cubic meters, whereby 86% are now imported wood products. And he projects that this number would double in the next 5 years. So he has been encouraging the wood industry to really look into sustainable forest tree planting, because he has said that the Philippines is composed of 30 million hectares of landmass area, whereby only 50% is occupied and classified as commercial, residential, industrial, and agricultural. The other 50%, which is about 15 million hectares of land, is classified as forest land. And that 15 million, only 6 million is planted. There is still about 9 million hectares of barren land that can be dedicated to sustainable tree farming. And the forestry industry can really be a vital role in reviving our economy, which has been really destroyed by this pandemic. And you know, for every 1 million hectares of forest land, it will require about 25 billion pesos of investment. And after 15 years, because our trees actually grow so much faster here in the Philippines, actually 5 to 6 times faster than any temperate country, that 25 billion investment can translate to something like 5 to 10 billion dollars. So roughly about 250 million to 500 million return after 15 years. So our country really has a potential to become a major wood superpower in the next 30 to 50 years if we can only privatize and convert 5 million hectares of forest land into sustainable tree farming, becoming instead of a net importer, we will now be a net exporter of Philippine wood products, thus thereby creating jobs, contributing to the economy, and helping the environment fight climate change. So in conclusion, wood is really a gift from Mother Earth. And it's really all up to us to use this gift wisely. Not only use wood, but plant wood and use wood properly by preserving them so that it will last us for generations to come. Yan lang ho. Once again, congratulations, Jardine's distribution and Solignum, and more power to you guys.
Thank you so much, Sir Charlie. I got so much information from you this morning. My head is so full of them. But I guess one of the things that really stood out was that you're giving a product 10-year guarantee. That means you also put a lot of faith in your partner. And so far, your partnership with Jardine and Solignum has been going on for 20 years and going strong. So congratulations also to you guys.
Thank you very much, Cindy.
Thank you. Nakadalawang good news po from the insights that we got from Mr. Charlie Liu. One, Filipinos are starting to get more interested in wood as a building material. And second, educating the market on the importance of wood preservation is key to make sure the wood will last longer. This is where Jardine comes in. And as a key player in caring for the Filipino home, we have with us Mr. Edwin Hernandez. Sir, how does JDI contribute to this in making sure that JDI continues to educate the Filipino homeowners and help them care for their home? Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Susie, and thank you. Thank you for joining us today. So going back to your question, JDI, tuloy-tuloy po ang aming efforts to educate and reach out to our homeowners. And not only the homeowners, but the different stakeholders of our industry. Consistent po ito dun sa aming efforts of our mission of caring for the Filipino home. Yung aming mga marketing representatives all across the Philippines, they have been conducting online learning sessions, online events, and even free consultations to our homeowners that gives them, valuable insights on the importance of caring for their home, not just against termites, but also other home problems like waterproofing and so on. It is the commitment of Jardine Distribution to continue doing these activities as part of our caring, not just for the Filipino home, but also on the heritage of the Filipino country, our national heritage. Thank you, Susie. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Hernandez. I agree with you na hindi man maging Katulad ng mga heritage buildings na pinoprotect ng Solignum, our home, that's our heritage to our family. So that we
right.
really need to protect them.
That's where we build our memories, di ba?
Absolutely, the best of memories. Thank you po sa inyo, sir.
Thank you, Susie. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Edwin Hernandez, siya po ang JDI president. And we are grateful for companies like Jardine who also look after social responsibility. And of course, we have been talking about wood preservation. There is no better person to talk about wood preservation but Mr. Malcolm Farmer. He has 22 years of experience in wood preservation and represents Copper's manufacturer of Solignum. Hello, Paul, Mr. Farmer. Hello.
Good morning, Susie, and it's Malcolm, please. None of this Mr. Farmer business.
Oh my gosh, that's right. Malcolm, what more can we expect from Coppers?
Well, I'm glad you asked, and I'm not prepared for this. Coppers actually are committed and true to our mission of remaining worldwide leaders in the timber preservation and enhancement products market segment. Solignum's a vital part of this, and as we're showing today, we've been around for a long time with the Solignum brand in the Philippines, and unfortunately, I can say that I'm just younger than Solignum in the Philippines. So, but not as age difference as Sir Charlie has. But anyway, so we're celebrating Solignum 65 years in Philippines this year, and next year we actually celebrate Solignum's 125th year of existence. So we must be doing something right that a brand name and products stay around for 125 years and continue to grow and expand them in the market. We won't stop striving. We're not going to sit on our laurels after 65 years or 125 years. We're not going to start just coasting, but we're going to actually continue to strive to provide our business partners and end users with the best and safest products we can. And that's worldwide. We're not supplying products in other parts of the world that are better or safer than we are in, say, Southeast Asia, South America, Africa. We are supplying these cutting-edge products worldwide. And we're also staying very committed to our number one business partner for Solignum in the world, which is Jardine Distribution, Philippines. They have, for a long time, been the number one distributor of Solignum products in the world. We are remaining true to them. We are continuing to work very hard with Jardines, and we stay committed to the Philippine society. We're working with Jardines to give back to the society in Philippines that has supported both our companies for the last 65 plus years. So we're showing that commitment as well with Coppers and Jardines both joining up to enter the Indonesian and Myanmar market to further strengthen the Solignum brands there as well. So we are not only, as I said, doing activities in Philippines, but we are expanding these activities with Jardines around the region. But to wrap this up, I'd like to actually thank Sir Edwin and his team at Jardines for unbelievable work and continued support for the Solignum brand. They're absolutely a pleasure and a joy to work with. And also a big thank you to Sir Charlie and Matimco, who is celebrating their 20th year of using matte wood treated with Solignum in this country. And it seems like yesterday that Sir Charlie and I were running around the Philippines promoting matte wood at their launch. It's unbelievable, it's 20 years ago. So it makes me feel old, but it also makes me feel very happy at the same time. So that's it from me. And thank you very much, Susie, for this opportunity, and Jardines as well.
Thank you so much, Malcolm. There's so many things to celebrate. 20 years partnership with Matt Wood, 65 years of Solignum in the Philippines, and almost 125 years for you guys around the world. I was thinking that survived a lot of world wars.
It survived both world wars, a depression, lots of recessions,
exactly.
And many governments that shouldn't have been governments. But anyway, that's
right. And of course, it's still around, of course, because it's a product that everybody is needing more and more, especially nowadays. So thank you so much, Malcolm.
My pleasure, Susie. Thank you very much.
Thank you. At maraming salamat po sa ating mga panelists. Now, I'd like to call back Ms. Peachy for our panel discussion. See you guys later!
Yes, thank you, Susie, and hello to our gentlemen. Salamat po sa pagdalo. Architect Palafox. Hi, Sir Charlie, Edwin,
Hello,
Architect
Peachy.
Palafox, and
Morning, Peachy.
Mr. Farmer.
Hi, Peach.
Yes, good morning. So meron lang po tayong mga questions. We have some questions from the audience. And it's the best time to hear some answers and insights again from our experts. Bago po yan, batiin lamang po natin ang ating mga audience. Nagpapa-shoutout po. Hi, Nikki, Bingbing, John, Mark, Generoso, Ferrer, Dennis, Francisco. Ang dami. We have so many audience as of the moment. So we cannot greet everybody. But hello, and thank you for joining us in our Solignum anniversary. All right, we have one question here. Okay, so to our panelists, we have one question. Can we use Solignum on bamboo? All right, so perhaps the best person to answer, Mr. Marco Farmer, pwede po ba sa bamboo ang Solignum?
Well,
Can
yeah,
we use Solignum? Yeah.
we can use Solignum on bamboo, and indeed we are in many countries, including this one. So it can be applied by dip or brush on. It can also be applied by Matimco in their treatment plants. So I'm sure Charlie would like to tree some bamboo. But bamboo is very susceptible to termite and wood borer attack, and also very susceptible to particularly sap-stained fungi, which is not rot, but it just makes a bamboo look ugly and turning black or dark bluish colors, etc. So our products will, particularly Solignum All Round and Solignum Colorless AZ, will stop all of those problems from happening on bamboo.
All right. Thank you, Malcolm. I believe Architect Palafox would also like to share some of his thoughts on using bamboo and preserving bamboo with Solignum. Architect?
If I may add, today, bamboo for the pandemic is a good material, easy to clean, and the virus doesn't stick on it. So bamboo is a good material now for during this pandemic and even maybe post-pandemic. Good question. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Architect Palafox. So sa ating kapartner na si Mr. Labasilias, pwedeng-pwede pong gamitan ng bamboo, ng Solignum, ang inyo pong mga bamboo. We have one more question. Alright, ang ganda daw po ng wood as a building material, gaya daw po ng ipinaliwanag ng ating mga panelists. Pero is it not expensive to use wood as a building material? So perhaps Mr. Charlie Liu can help us expand on that. Sir Charlie?
I think wood building innovation has now allowed wood to just have not only as a application or a feature application, but it can also have a load-bearing application. I've seen wood buildings being used, wood being used to build 20-story buildings. No? So what I'm trying to say is that a lot of us use concrete at saka binabalot yung kahoy, no? Para to get that wood aesthetic look. You don't have to do that now. In the future, moving ahead, our firm is really looking at to be one of the first company that can help build a 10-story wooden building here in the Philippines, all wood. No, so with that, we are really looking at using wood innovation to not only help bring down the cost of construction, because we have to look at the total cost of building, and secondly, with the more heightened awareness globally about how reforestation and sustainable tree farming has been a viable solution, not just against environment and climate change, but as well as to help the economy, it has now made wood more abundantly available. So with that, it's more sustainable, and probably moving forward, it will become more affordable. So yun lang talaga, no? We have so much gift that is given to us by Mother Earth, no? And so much land to use. and we're not using it. And with once dito sa Pilipinas, wala naman tayong winter, wala naman tayong fall. Pwede mo nang tatanim, kalimutan mo na. After 15 years, pera na, no? Diba? So really, availability of food, wood innovation, and awareness of wooden construction as a greener alternative, wala talaga. You know, I think the future is wood brighter. And so is for Solignum as well.
Yes, thank you, Sir
Charlie.
Charlie. Yes, Architect Palafox. Yes, go ahead po, sir.
If I may add, I'm a fellow of the Council for Tall Buildings and Urban Habitat, headquartered in Chicago. As Mr. Charlie said, I confirm that there are many high-rise buildings made of wood elsewhere in the world. It's now confirmed by structural engineers that it can be used with structural integrity. And also look at the pagodas and temples. They have lasted centuries, and that's wood. And as I mentioned earlier, also our ancestral home. Yeah, thank you for that question. Yeah.
Thank you po, Architect Palafox and Sir Charlie Liu.
If I add some more, we should not only look at the initial cost. Let's look at the life cycle cost of buildings. Maybe spend a little bit more on the design and construction in the first 3 to 5 years. The next 95 years is savings. Yeah, thank you.
Yes. Napakaganda po ng sinabi ni Architect Palafox and Mr. Charlie Liu that we should not only look at the initial cost but a long-term investment. Lalo na po para sa ating mga bahay sapagkat ang ating mga tahanan or bahay, yan po ang biggest investment na pwede po nating gawin para sa ating mga pamilya at sa ating mga sarili. So again, maraming salamat po sa ating mga panelists. If you have more questions, just send in sa ating pong comment section. So to summarize po ang mga insights ng ating mga panelists, wood is good. Wood is renewable. Wood can increase forest cover. Wood tackles climate change by reducing carbon from the atmosphere. Wood is good for health and well-being. Narinig din po natin, wood is durable. Wood is a natural insulator. Wood is fast and easy to build. And without a question, without any doubt, wood is beautiful. So again, maraming salamat po sa ating mga panelists. Architect Gavino Palafox, maraming salamat po, sir.
Thank you, Architect. Thank you. Thank you,
Mr. Charlie Liu from Matimco, maraming salamat po, Sir Charlie.
Thank you and congratulations, Jardine and Solignum.
Thanks, Charlie.
Mr. Edwin Hernandez from Jardine Distribution, thank you, Edwin.
Thank you, and thank you to our esteemed guests. Maraming salamat po.
And of course,
Thanks,
from the maker of Solignum, from Coppers, Mr. Malcolm Farber. Thank you, Malcolm.
Thank you, Peachy, and thanks to Sir Edwin and to Charlie and Architect Palafox. It's been a brilliant time, so thank you very much.
Thank you. Mabuhay po tayong lahat at ibabalik ko po ang hapag ngayon sa ating mga partner. Partner Benji and Partner Susie, back to you.
Thank you so much, Miss Peachy. Pars, na-starstruck ako sa mga bisita natin lahat.
Grabe, no? Lahat sila bigatin. Kaya nga sinabi mo kanina talagang star-studded yung mga guests natin ngayon. At ang importante yun, yung natutunan natin na talagang kahoy pa rin. Wood pa rin yung talagang matibay sa pag-construct ng mga building at anuman. Diba?
At saka it's an investment, di ba, na mahaba ang buhay.
Tama, kaya nga sinabi nga ni Sir Charles na kung meron kang lupa, taniman mo lang, di ba? And then magantay ka ng few years, may pera na kagad yun.
15
so, yun yung
years.
Maganda. 15 years, sigurado wala ka nang gagawin kasi iiwan mo lang dun yun eh.
Oo nga, di ba? Galing. Thank you so much. Ang galing din Miss Peachy na mag-moderate ng ating panel discussion kanina.
Yes, kasama siya doon sa ating star-studded mga guests.
Actually, totoo naman.
Totoo yan.
Parami nakakasagot ng ating mystery word, pero parang may last clue ka pa yata.
Meron. Ito na po ang ating last clue para sa ating mystery word. Pero tandaan po, mag-register sa link At na nakapin dyan, ilagay ang inyong pangalan at sagot sa mystery word natin sa comment section. Kapag tama po ang sagot, ay meron kayong free t-shirt kagad. At meron kayong one raffle entry for a chance to win 1,000 pesos or 5,000 pesos. Yan.
Yes. Ang sayo ng music natin, download ko, gagawin ko ng ringtone yan. Napapasayo talaga ako.
Oo nga eh.
Hindi ko mapigilan eh.
Gawin ko rin yan.
Di ba? So, ito na po ang kabuuan na clue ng ating mystery word. Naka-flash na po sa ating mga screen.
Tingnan po natin. Ayan na po. At kung nakinig sila kanina, ay napakadali ng sagot. Ito po ang formulation ng ating bagong Solignum all-around. Solignum made even better because it is made possible by...
Yan.
Sinabi ko na may music lang eh.
Hindi narinig. Sayang.
Buti na lang.
Pero in fairness, Pars, marami na sumasagot at nagko-comment. Kaya siguro din lamang na naka-register tayo. Naka-flash po sa screen where you must register. Then, i-comment po ang inyong pangalan at sagot ng ating mystery word para ma-qualify for a free t-shirt and of course, a raffle entry.
Kaya mga partners, mag-register na sa link na nakapin. Comment on your name and answer to our mystery word. This is our last call.
Last call na! Samantala, saludo tayo sa ating mga naging frontliners at syempre, patuloy na frontliners. At syempre, kasama dyan ang ating partners from Jardine Distribution na patuloy na lumalaban para masigurong anay-free ang ating mga tahanan. Panoorin po natin ang mga heroes ng Jardine Distribution. Yan! Saludo tayo sa ating mga frontliners, Pars!
Yung masasabi nating buwis buhay yung kanilang ginagawa dahil mahirap po yan at hindi sila tumitigil kasi kailangan po yan ng ating ang construction at kailangan po na magkaroon po ng trabaho lahat. Yan.
Absolutely agree ako sa iyo dyan, Pars. Kaya thank you po sa ating mga frontliners. Kaya eto na, titingnan natin ating comment section. Naku, napakadami na pong nagko-comment ng ating Mr. Ang gagaling nilang lahat, ha? Tandaan po natin, ating mechanics, malapit na po mag-cut off sa pag-submit ng entry. So, bilisan nyo na po. Samantala, nagbabalik pa si Miss Peachy. Miss Peachy, may pa-bonus pa yata tayo para mas mabilis mahulaan ng ating mystery word.
Oo nga, Susie, naghanda tayo ng pa-bonus pero nakikita natin sa ating comment section, mukhang hindi na kailangan ng bonus clue.
Gagaling, ha?
Mukhang kuha ng ating mga viewers ang sagot Anyway, dahil naihanda na rin naman natin ito, panoorin po natin ang bonus clue for Solignum All Around.
Ang bahay na nasulignum, protektado laban sa alay. Tanging Solignum ang kayang magbigay ng total termite solution. Soil Guard para hindi makadaan ang anay sa lupa. At Solignum para protektado ang kahoy laban sa anay, bukbok at fungi. Para may total protection laban sa anay, iSolignum ang kahoy at iSoil Guard ang lupa. Solignum, the total termite solution.
Siguro naman, ayun na nga, Miss Kiki, alam na ang sagot sa ating mystery word. But you guys can keep on sending your answers, comment with your name, make sure you're registered to qualify. Naku, napakadami na nating mga comments and live viewers. Hello po sa inyong lahat. Thank you for joining us. Yan! Thank you sa inyong support ng mga partners. Kung ikaw ay kasolignum na, you will receive the free T-shirt and the chance to win. We will schedule the live raffle draw soon. Yan na dapat yung abangan. Samantala ngayon po magpapaalam po tayo ngayon, pero patuloy pa rin ang pagsayaw natin. Antayin po ninyo ang message na ipapadala sa inyo kung kayo ay qualified for the free T-shirt at abangan ng ating raffle draw. I-announce po yan sa JDI Facebook page, so please like JDI Facebook page po. Miss Peachy, baka meron pa tayong gusto pasalamatan?
Yes, Susie, una sa lahat, maraming salamat sa sumuporta sa ating Solignum Anniversary. Ulitin lang natin direct ang saya kasi kasolignum ka na ba? Yun.
Ringtone, yes.
Ayan, so syempre gusto nating pasalamatan ng ating magigiting na host, Benji. Buti na lang, you made it.
Buzzer beater. Basketball na
Exacto.
basketball.
Oo, nga naisip ko talagang buzzer beater tong si partner Benji.
Di ba maganda
Pero
yung
thank
sa
you very
movie pag
much.
nanonood, di ba? Yung ano na yung mangyayari sa huli. Tapos ayun,
Yes.
dadating ako. Yeah.
Just in
Oo.
time. Just in
Talagang
time.
bidang-bida.
Just in time.
Para sa daw yung bidang-bida, Maring Susie.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Anyway,
So, thank you very much.
congratulations. Congratulations sa inyo, sa Jardine, and more power, and may the force be with you.
Yes! Yan. Thank you very much. And you really did a good job today, Susie and Benji. Maraming salamat,
Thank you.
mga partners. Yay!
Thank you for having us.
Yes! Let me take this opportunity also, alam naman natin, mga kapartners and parang Benj and Susie, na hindi mangyayari ang event na ito without the help of the
Yan.
Jardine Sales and Marketing Team. Yun. So let me just acknowledge everybody kasi sila rin po ay kasama ng celebration natin na ito. Pwede bang unahin ko na sa ating magaling na direktor, ipasok natin, EJ Retor!
Yan.
Yeah! Andiyan na rin si Mona! Yan! Sila
Hi,
po ang
Mona!
ating
Hi, EJ!
dito.
Yan yung mga nangungulit sa akin. Lalo na yan si Mona. Asan kayo? Asan na kayo? Ba't wala kayo rito? Sandali, sabi ko, may problema.
Benji, si Jonah yun.
Si Jonah ba yun? Okay.
Si Jonah.
Oo.
Nangungulit sa
Nasaan ba si
akin.
Jonah? Pakita natin si Jonah. Naku, nagbabantay pala sa YouTube si Jonah. Tsaka sa Facebook.
Okay.
Si Kanda naman, ang ating tagabantay sa ating mga panelists at speakers. Nandyan pala si Sans. Hi, Sans!
Right. Ayun, artista yan. Napanood ko kanina yan.
Talaga, no?
Anong petsa yun, Benji?
Naya.
Nagtago tuloy si Chanda.
Nagtago
nga,
tuloy.
yan. Maraming salamat sa inyong hard work, mga
Thank
kapartners at mga kasolignum. Of course, nakikita rin natin ang nagbabantay sa ating Wi-Fi at router, ang ating partner na si Rap. Thank you very much, Rap.
Important.
At ang mga
Thank
nanonood
you.
po ngayon, yes, ang mga nanood po ngayon, partner Benji, partner Susie, ng mga audience natin, ang dami, nakakatuwa, okay?
Grabe, ito nga,
Ang dami
umabot
nating
ng,
viewers.
2.5
Ilan na?
million.
1.5 million?
Milyonan.
Wow!
Grabe, million na.
O yan, pumapasok si Jonah.
Ayan si Jonah.
Ay, Jonah,
Jonah.
thank you. Yan yung text
Ayan,
link natin sa
ulit.
partner Benji.
Yes.
Hello.
Thank you.
Napakasaya po ng ating naging celebration at hindi rin po mangyayari yan kung wala ang mga nag-invite sa atin na ating magigiting na sales and marketing representative. Pinapangunahan po ng ating Vice President Mr. Joey Vilvestre. Maraming salamat, Joey. Maraming salamat sa ating mga SMRs, Ian, Claire, Eva, Orlene, Francis, Al ang ating talent kanina sa video, Abet, Richie, Emmy, Alain, Jose, Mark, Joselito, Efren, and Marwell, sila po ang magigiting nating mga frontliners. Saludo kami sa inyo mga kapartners. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you, thank you.
Yay! Alright, paano? Kita-kita-kits ba ulit?
Yes, of course. Soon. Very soon.
Very soon. So, see you tomorrow.
Oh, agad-agad!
Ang bilis ang bilis.
Salamat for having me and partner Benji. At syempre,
Yes.
thank you for doing such an excellent job kasi alam namin ikaw ang aming kapartner na naka-standby lang kung ano-ano pang mangyari sa atin. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Sabay-sabay nating sabihin ang ating magic word, partner Benji at partner Susie. Hanggang sa muli po, kasulignum.
Kasulignum.
Kasulignum ka na bang? See you soon!
See you. Bye-bye.
Bye, ingat! Ingat everyone!